both. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to play.
I was a serious squash player growing up in and around Boston. I was lucky enough to go to prep school where I caught the squash bug. I then went on and played in college. In my 20s, I played professionally and increasingly became aware of how exclusive the game was. And the idea for trying to do something about that sort of started when I was playing professionally around the country, and then it really coalesced when I went to graduate school and wrote a paper about starting an urban youth program.
I've been with Squash Busters practically since the beginning. I've actually known Greg Zaft, the founder, when we used to compete against each other in college. And yes, he was a better player. Not by much, but a better player.
Back when I was in Squash Busters, we didn't have a facility, so I tell them that they don't know the real struggle of a Squash Busters, because like we were traveling from the YMCA at Northeastern to the Harvard Merce Center, so like they're so spoiled. So I tell them all the time, you guys are so spoiled.
Shanita now works at Squash Busters. She's a role model for what the program can do for kids. She was in the program for 7 years. She grew up in Roxbury, went to the Timilty School, stayed with the program, did terrifically academically, went on to Smith College, is now at Simmons Business School and working full-time. Patrick is a similar story. Grew up in Roxbury, went to Bates, became president of his senior class, started a similar program for Somali and Sudanese kids in Lewiston. So they are shining examples of what Squash Buster kids can become. And I'd like to think that the program had something to do with that. Amrit is a board member. He is integral to the Derby. He changed my whole thinking about how big and successful this event could become when he co-chaired it for a number of years. He also, frankly, is responsible for MFS's lead role.
Taking kids that have never heard of squash, they thought squash is something you may eat, and actually bring them into a world that has fun, energy, excitement, but just as importantly, as we all know, Squash Busters is about taking kids and teaching them about life.
I've known them, like I said, since I was 12, and they're still in my life at age 25. Greg is definitely like a father figure. He's always, making sure you're on track, even in high school and college, he's making sure, okay, what do you need? Like, he's very helpful, very supportive as well, no matter what you do.
Well, what I like about Squash Busters is the hope and opportunity that it creates in these young people's lives who otherwise wouldn't have the capability to go to college and become someone significant in our society. And I'm a first generation college grad in my family, and although I came from a stable household, a lot of kids don't come from that background, and having the structure and the opportunity through the Squash Busters program to create that opportunity for them is something that's really exciting.
It helped me find out who I was. A lot of times, you're pretty much just like every other kid. You're just going about life, you do what everyone else does. There's nothing that separates you until you take initiative to do so. And I believe Squash Busters gave me that. They basically helped me find my own character, find who I am, and develop myself.
And I liked what the program did. It was not like a lot of other good programs that are a mile wide and an inch deep. This was really a program that did not endeavor to help more than about 100, 120 students at a time, but it was very intensive. It worked with them for years and absolutely took them out of the trajectory they were on and put them on a different path. And in many cases I could see where it would have tangential impact on siblings and even the parents of the students, and really elevated the entire family.
I believe Squash Busters definitely helped me get into college. They were the foundation on helping me strive in the right direction and make the right choices. So from a very young age, I always knew I was going to go to college. And Squash Busters reinforced that, and they were always backing us. So it's good to have that support from your real family and also family within the program. And
I think about how Squash Buster students are all graduating high school, and the vast, vast majority of them are going on to higher education. It's very heartwarming.
And so to be able to go off to college and come back and basically see that there's kids that are like a younger version of me, and see that they're doing the same exact thing, it's almost inspiring. It's like, this is great, because it meant a lot to me to be in this program, and now I can see it means a lot to the other kids who are in the program now. And so just to be a part of that, I think, is great.